Hey guys, welcome back to another video here by Pedro Fame. Just wanted to go ahead and talk to you guys. Gonna go ahead and do another In the Streets podcast episode. So this is episode number 3. Wanted to go ahead and talk about some rappers out here, man, that's making some moves out here. My boy Uzi, congratulations to him. Dropped 2 projects successfully. Fuck DJ Drama. And Atlantic Records needs to step up. This man's a hit artist, man. Y'all need to be putting him number 1. He just sold 327K his first week with Eternal Take. Never mind another 294 with his second album. Alright, like Love vs. the World 2. Like, come on, man. That man put out bangers, man. You know how much almost 600K is in sales, pure sales? Let me tell you how much that is. That's the equivalent of having Rowdy. That's more than how long. Let's say, okay, you know the song In the Box or The Box, whatever, by Roddy Ricch. That song alone hasn't made as much money, as long as it's been number 1, as Lil Uzi did in only 2 weeks. That nigga in 2 weeks has made his label probably over $4 or $5 million in just sales. Of this, for this project alone. To put that in comparison, Uzi's probably getting 2-3 mil out of that, maybe 6 to 10. Never mind. That's not even counting the single records. I mean, this project, once it's all said and done, like a month afterwards, it's probably made the label probably close to $15 to $20 million off of just a fucking album. Let's give it up for Lil Uzi Vert, my favorite artist, has been for a while. I'm giving it up to him. That man put it out there for the streets. We all needed that one. And I'm excited to see what Lil Tecca guy. I ain't gonna lie, he put out a little snippet that I kind of was messing with, and I kind of liked a lot. I'm gonna see if I can find it here. It was I think it was on Academics page, and let me tell you, that snippet was real fire, man. I mean, Lil Tecca's putting out some heat. So that's just a little bit of it. I follow Lil Tecca too, so that's why I saw it first. So let me go ahead and yeah, this man put out a banger.
It's your love, it's our love, and I be thinking the world is out of love. So love struck, it's fucked up, and she don't really care because everybody want the same thing. No chain, no car, and the same ring. I just wanna make money with the same gang.
So that's the little That's a snippet there from Lil Tecca. I fuck with that song. Sounds like it's gonna be a banger. It's gonna be a top 10 Billboard hit if you can put it out there with the right rollout package. So I just wanted to shout out to him. He looks like he's been in the studio grinding. I wanted to go ahead and address some shit with how the streets are moving and how Megan Thee Stallion's Sugar album. So that Sugar album I said was a flop initially with 60K. I wanted to go ahead and say that was my bad. It is not a flop because it was not a full project, and I thought it was, and I was gonna say that definitely was a flop, but it was not. She actually had about 2 or 3 songs from that album that actually stayed and maintained its lane. So big shout out to her, and keep doing her thing. I'm excited to see an actual real full out studio album from her. I'm hoping it does. I'm hoping it does well. Another project that's very slept on is G Herbo's PTSD album. That album had me shooked up. I love that album. Not the biggest G Herbo fan, but when I heard that, I was instantly hooked. It was for me, it was just absolutely amazing. Lil Baby's album was cool. It was kind of just more of what we already heard from Lil Baby, so I kind of wanted to hear something different. The Weeknd's Blinding Lights was probably number 2, right behind Lil Uzi for the best album of 2020. Just wanted to go ahead and put it out there. That was an absolute amazing album. Did selling like crazy. I think it's 500K. It's expected to be first week sales. That's insane. I don't even know an artist that could do 500K nowadays other than Drake. Maybe Kendrick Lamar. I don't even see Kendrick's doing 500K. I see Kendrick doing about 350, 400, and J. Cole doing around the same. I don't know. I think I saw it on Academics page. Almost 500K is expected to sell. Blinding Lights by The Weeknd is all over the place. It is blowing up. It is an absolute banger. And I wanted to go ahead and shout out Lil Yachty for Oprah's Bank Account. I think that's a banger. Great song. Love who he put on it. I think it makes a lot of sense. Blueface's album Find the Beat was absolutely trash beyond trash. So I just wanted to go ahead and say that. He only had one good song in there, Obama, and I just thought it was more of a funny song than it was an actual good song. Here's a song that I found that was unreleased. I'm gonna play you a little bit of it that I think he actually should have put on the album, if not damn well should have put out. So let me go ahead and play you a little bit of it.
Damn, scum, back at it again. Finesse the motherfucking beat. Finesse, quick to fuck your hoe and tell your hoe to fucking leave. Get out, never sweep the hoes. Ho, get up out my suite, leave. You can't get your phone back to your Uber in the street. Hold on, shh, you hear that? I just found a fucking beat. Finesse, quick to fuck your hoe and tell your hoe to fucking leave. Get out, never sweep the hoes. Ho, get up out my suite, leave. You can't get your phone back to your Uber in the street.
So that's just a little bit of it. It's called Finesse the Beat. It's out on Spotify, or it's out on on SoundCloud, and it's on YouTube as well. It's called Finesse the Beat by Blueface. It's 2 minutes 28 seconds. It's actually a pretty good song. I would say that song would have actually been on the billboards. I think that's actually a Billboard song right there. Billboard Top 100. I'm not talking about Billboard Top 10 or Top 25 or even maybe even Top 50. Maybe he could get up there, but I think that song is definitely a really good one. But unfortunately, he didn't release it. He didn't put it on the album. So that's bad on his part. But I want to go ahead and talk about DDG's new single, Toxic. That song is absolutely fantastic. Talks about love, talks about a relationship. And I wanted to go ahead and mention that DDG, shout out to him. Follow him on Instagram and also put him on for YouTube. He's a great YouTuber. He's been doing YouTube for about 5-6 years now. Man's over 1 million or 2 million subscribers already. Congratulations to him on this new song. That's absolutely moving units right now. Over 150,000 plays on Spotify just alone. I couldn't imagine how good he's probably doing on Apple Music as well, that's where most of his streams are coming from. If you didn't know, it's through Apple Music. That song Toxic reminds me a lot of Arguments, which is his most selling song. I think that one has over 10 million plays. So this song expected to do some numbers as well. I wish he would do more, had more traction. I just think the video has to really be there to probably move it again. But yeah, I think he lost his luster a little bit, and then he brought it back with this song. And honestly, he sounds better when he's doing love music than just doing pure rapping. I haven't really heard like bar. I want him to go bar for bar. Like if he's gonna be a rapper, he needs to go bar for bar, like how Drake does it. Or just make a great melodic song. He is just great at making love songs right now. His rapping ability does need to improve, but I think he'll definitely find his way there. Another thing that I wanted to go ahead and mention is another great artist, actually a local artist that I'll go ahead and I mentioned him before, but E-Jiggy. I like his song. I'm gonna play you guys a little snippet of it. It's a really good song that he's gonna be putting out. Now he's a local artist. I haven't liked all of his songs, but I have liked about 2 or 3. And this snippet is, I think, the one that could get him to start being on some radars of some producers and getting them on some label folks. I hope he stays independent for a little bit, and if he does sign to United Masters, they give you your masters. So don't sign to no big label. Don't sign to no labels, nothing like that. Sign a deal to United Masters, and get a promotional team that works well with you. I would say Wayno. Shout out to Wayno. great guy from Everyday Struggle. He's a great manager. Also, is a record executive. I hope he can get on his radar and can get him signed or something. And I love to help out. Jiggy, call me.
Like a 6-man, falling for your love just like quicksand. I might need a hit, man. Wait, is it too late to redo my wrongs and make you feel complete? Gave all my love and all you did was take it. Now I won't just patiently wait. And sorry for being invasive, but I bet not have no replacement. Come and let me see what you about. Baby, I ain't with the plan. Baby, don't you understand? I ain't searching for a lover or a spouse. Baby, come and hold my hand. Let me tell you all the plans. I've been thinking we can bounce.
Alright, so it hasn't been released yet, but I'm hoping it gets released soon. That is another great song from him. It's about like the third one I think I've liked. The other one was Matter by EG. I actually have that one actually saved on my playlist because I actually do like what he says in there. A lot of people are iffy on it, but to be honest, I really like it. And also 2020 I also liked as well. I think he really hit his stride with Matter, and I think 2020 is another good song, and I can't wait for this next one to come out and see what he does. Alright, so that was another rendition of In the Streets podcast. That was episode number 3. I'm gonna go ahead and come back to you guys next week with episode number 4, so stay tuned.